Look at that nice dark color on the breast. Nice, even brown. Skin is crunchy.
Delicious.
Delicious. It really is.
Yeah, it's moist.
Typically would choose a fresh turkey as opposed to a frozen turkey. Fresh birds, you don't run the risk of anything still being frozen when you insert it in the oil. You can use a frozen bird, however, you have to be very careful to completely thaw it. The size bird, 10 to 12 pounds is ideal. You can use up to 15 pounds. Much beyond that does not work very well in a fryer. There's two types of seasoning that you can choose to use, either a rub, a spice rub, or an injection marinade. You want to make sure that you've removed anything that the turkey manufacturer may have chosen to put in there, like a turkey neck or some giblets. It's also important to remove any plastic items. Typically the legs on a fresh bird are bound with a little plastic clamp here. You want to make sure you remove that. You also want to make sure you remove the pop-up timer. It will totally melt in the oil. It will not be a great flavor if you leave that in there. You'll only make that mistake once. One last thing I'd like to do is to kind of pin these wings in so they're not flopping around in the oil as you insert the turkey. So just take a short metal skewer, go through the two wings, so you end up with a nice tight package. Okay, it's ready to go in the oil. I use peanut oil because it has the highest smoke point, 450 degrees. That's important because you want to have the oil hot enough to cook the turkey without running the risk of burning the oil or smoking it. We heat it to about 350 degrees, and then as we slowly add the bird, we try to keep it from going below 300 degrees. We didn't let our temperature drop below 300, which will ensure we get a nice, even cook on the bird. It's important to start your timer. Timer set for 3 minutes per pound, so 36 minutes. The bird ought to be perfectly ready to go. You don't want any overhanging trees. You don't want to do it in a garage or under a carport. This is important because there's a lot of heat that comes above this 4 gallons of oil. When you're taking the bird out, the first thing I like to do is to cut the fire off. That way if I have any drips or spills, I don't have any open flame. Oil will get trapped in the cavities of the bird. So while it's still here, I like to get as much of that out as I can. All right, first of all, the thing that you look right here and you see is this beautifully browned. You got some dark patches, but what that has done is sealed in all of the moisture. Nice crisp skin. But while it stabilizes, we're going to put it in a paper bag. You don't want to seal it too tightly. You use paper so it kind of breathes a little bit. Okay, so we'll taste. The moistest turkey you'll ever have. Oh, that's great.